Alrighty guys, today is the day I'm driving 650 miles south to Chandler, Arizona for the Pro Touring Truck Shootout. I've got everything prepared, it's almost all packed up, and today I'm going to kind of go over some of the basics of what I usually bring on a trip like this, because that's actually been a question that has been asked more than once. The premise of the Pro Touring Truck Shootout is sort of a multidisciplined event. They have autocross, they have a speed stop challenge, which I think is a straight line, but it might be like a U-shaped thing. You accelerate and stop, make sure a truck can do what a truck should do. They have a drivability cruise, which is, I have no idea how long, 25, 50 miles or so maybe. And then separate from the Pro Touring Truck Shootout, but happening simultaneously, there's an open track day, which I also bought a ticket to do that so I can get UglyTruck out on a road course, which it totally does not belong there, but it's gonna be a blast. My name's LT. On this channel, we build custom, high performance, and off-road trucks. So if that content appeals to you, please help me out. Hit that subscribe button because we're trying to get to 100,000 subs by the end of 2020. If you're unfamiliar with the UglyTruck, I'll give you the quick rundown. It's this 2000 Silverado 1500. It's an extended cab short box, two-wheel drive. It's been lowered 2 inches up front, 4 inches out back. It has been swapped to a 4L80 transmission that's in the middle, an 8.1 big block, 430 gears in the 8.6 10 bolt with a Detroit True Track. So this thing will do burnouts all day long, and it is a blast to do so. Engine-wise, the 8.1 is bone stock, and then the truck, it has a really nice sleeper look going. I call it the UglyTruck because it's got faded paint. It had a bunch of chrome accessories on it when I first got it. I have since cleaned it up a little bit, but it's a sleeper, and that's what I love. From the outside, unless you knew what's going on under here, the only giveaway is the intercooler, and I have painted it black, so it does kind of hide in there nicely. A couple of you guys have asked down in the comments, what are some things that I bring on a trip like this to make sure I have what I need in terms of tools and supplies and things like that. Some of you called it like a go bag. I don't necessarily have a quote-unquote go bag, but I'll show you what I used to use, and I'll show you what I upgraded to specifically for this trip. I had this little Craftsman kind of tool tote bag thingy. I bought this when I was living in my first apartment, and it doesn't have a lot of room, but it's good for putting screwdrivers, wrenches, ratchets, and a few other small odds and ends inside. It's pretty small now. I basically just use it to put abrasives in, and then I have since upgraded my tool tote. These are my tool boxes that I use in the shop. This one is mostly for tools, and this one has some tools, but a lot of other supplies. And I've moved pretty much half of what's in here into this tool tote that I picked up here, which is also from Craftsman. Bought this at Lowe's. It's like 70 bucks. It's made of plastic. It has some wheels on the back and a handle that'll kind of extend out. And the reason I want something like this over like a traditional metal truck toolbox is, number one, I hate how the truck toolboxes look. If I was going to get one, it would be the kind that sits below the rails and all the way up front. But with the tonneau cover that I have on there, it would be a little bit difficult to open up that toolbox because you've got to flip the tonneau cover all the way open. And then I'm not sure that the cover would be allowed to lift all the way up because it's one of those tri-fold style hard tonneau covers. Anyhow, I picked this guy up and I filled it with just about everything that I think I would possibly need. If you guys know me, I like to do stuff once and I like to do it overkill. So that's kind of my same philosophy when it comes to packing tools. Anything that I thought I would remotely need, I tried to bring. So here's a quick rundown of what I put in there. I'm not going to unpack everything, but I'll show you sort of the ins and outs of what I got. First of all, you got your basics, you know, adjustable wrenches. I do have right on top here not a torque wrench, but a breaker bar ratchet thingy with 2 sockets. One for the truck lug nuts and one for the trailer. That way, if I have to change a tire, boom, right here on top. I also have an electric impact deep down further, but if I just want to check the torque or something, all I can do is flip the top. I got this stuff kind of easy access. Tire plugs, just in case, who knows, we get a nail, we get a flat or whatever, at least I could patch that up on the road. We've got a pretty good assortment of screwdrivers, pry bars, scrapers, try to get everything there. This is kind of the main toolkit that I bring along with. This is a Husky kit. This is actually the main kit that I use. I just keep it open on top of my toolbox. Deep sockets, standard sockets, 1/4 and 3/8. It's got some of these little nut driver thingies, 12-point and 6-point. This is pretty much the main go-to toolkit that I have. I also grabbed, just in case, this little Craftsman, this is like an Allen/Torx kit, also another ratchet in there. So between those two, I can take just about anything apart. I've got a couple of wrench sets down there. I've got some stubby ratcheting wrenches, some full-length box end wrenches. We've got hammers, we've got funnels. Oh, one of the most important things I always bring, zip ties, because you never know. Maybe you need to, I don't know, tie your ratchet straps on the trailer, the tails of them. Maybe you got to hold something together. I don't know. But never leave home without zip ties. Those can come in handy. And I even got some of these big, massive ones from Harbor Freight in case I need a, well, who knows what you can do with these, but zip ties always come in handy. We've got a hacksaw, wire cutters, a towel, hammers, speed wrenches. Like I said, just about every conceivable tool that I would need, I have tried to put in this box. And then we've got some supplies. So I did a little bit of packing last night, and in the back of the truck over here, I got a bunch of milk crates because I like to stay organized. I hate stuff that shifts around. And I am a little bit OCD because I wanted to have one line of perfectly stacked boxes that goes all the way across. So empty 5-gallon bucket in case I need a seat or to put some fluids in for some reason. Gas can, that's empty right now, but I'm probably going to put diesel in it. Spare box of DEF, and over in these two on the end, I've got just about every automotive fluid that I think I would need. We've got a thing of water in case, not drinking water, but this is like, say, if I need to mix up some antifreeze. We've got gear oil, I've got 1540 oil, I've got some of these hand wipes. These are always handy, because if you're, changing a tire on the side of the road, something, and you want to wash up, got to have those. Got a couple of things of coolant in there, some ATF, some brake fluid, and another thing of engine oil. I think that one is 540. Also, we've got a pair of jack stands. This is my recovery go bag. So in here I've got axle straps, ratchet straps, toe straps, a couple of chains and clevises, pair of chairs for sitting down, and of course you got to have a floor jack. All right, guys, we're packed up and we're ready to hit the road. The AT4 is fueled up, loaded up. It's got a fresh oil change on it. I did put my stock tires back on because this thing gets a lot better fuel mileage with the stock tires than it does with the ridge grapplers. If anyone is curious, this is a 22+2 trailer, so 22-foot flat deck plus a 2-foot little dovetail in the back, 24 feet total. Fits an extended cab truck nicely. I got 3 straps in total on both front and rear. The red straps are max. I've got these on the front going from the D-ring all the way to the lower control arm, if you can maybe see it right in there. And then the one yellow strap that's just kind of like a 2,500 pound utility strap, got some chains on there going on the front tow hooks. That way just kind of stops the front suspension from bouncing too much and just provides one additional layer of insurance that the truck's not going to go anywhere. We got it pretty well centered over the tires with it heading a little bit towards the front. With a big block, there's a ton of weight up there, so we are biased a little bit front heavy, which is what you want. Check your trailer tires for pressure. If the thing has been in storage for a while, 3 straps on the back, just like on the front. Got the 2 max straps headed to the axle, and then the yellow strap there that just goes to the rearmost cross member to kind of, once again, hold the suspension down from kind of bouncing up and down too much. On this particular trailer, the way the dovetail is set up, I did have to install these 2, these are like 4x6 wooden blocks I just made for ramps. That way the front wheel can kind of pop up and over, because this little apex or angle on the dovetail, if you will, that hangs up pretty bad on the trans cross member. If I didn't have that on there, you can see, well, maybe you can see, but right through there, the trans cross member, that is the lowest point of the truck. It sticks down maybe 1.5 inches below the rest of the thing. So we are ready to hit the road, and we'll catch you guys down in Arizona. All right, we just made it here. We got registered, so now the next thing we got to do is get the truck unhooked and go through the tech inspection process. Hopefully we got no surprises there. Just make sure everything's safe, so let's get her unhooked.
Which I did. Oh, not that one, the other helmet.
The other one, right?
Hopefully
that one will work.
You doing just the autocross, or you doing road race stuff too?
Both.
Your helmet's good.
All right.
We'll take the floor mats out.
Okay.
And anything in the back.
Okay.
Battery. Oh, got the battery. It's in there good. I was just snug that up just a hair.
Okay.
It wiggles just a little bit. that deal. It's in there secure, so. What kind of boost this thing running?
It's only like 5 pounds right now. I had it up to 8 on the dyno, but it's all, the motor's all stock, so I just kind of want to let it.
Now, wait a minute. What is this motor out of?
It's so it's an 8.1 from like
okay, big block.
Yeah, big block, 2500 HD truck, same year.
That's why I was like, where did that intake come from? Yeah, big block truck.
Yes, sir, 8.1.
Big block with a 480 behind it?
Yep, 480, and just the stock 10 bolt.
So you hope it don't hook.
It pretty much just spins, yeah.
Stock, two spring, lower. Yeah, it all looks pretty stock back there.
All right, we just got through tech. I have my number. I am 32. Everything passed. I guess I wasn't really worried about anything not passing tech or whatever. I am in class T2, which I'm pretty sure means I'm going to be really outgunned because a lot of guys in this class have a lot more cool suspension stuff. But because the power level that we're at, I think that bumps us up a class. So anyway, we'll put these on and see what's next. All right, so it's Friday afternoon. We got down here this morning. We went through tech inspection. We got unloaded. Tech process was pretty simple. They just checked for basic safety stuff. You know, make sure that the battery's not going to fall out. Make sure that you have to take your floor mats out of the truck and a few other odds and ends. Truck passed that, no problem. Then we took some time to actually walk the course. I was a little bit nervous when it came to this autocross stuff because I haven't done a whole lot of it before, and I've seen a lot of autocrossing where the cones just kind of look like they're all over the place, and it to me would be a little bit easy to kind of miss a corner or something, but this is laid out more like a mini road course, so I'm really excited. There's a long straightaway along the front with a couple of nice gentle turns in it. There's a big straightaway in the back with a couple of cool slaloms in the middle of it, so I think we'll be able to get up some decent speed. I'm really excited, so tomorrow morning we'll get started on the action.
I appreciate everyone for being here, coming out.